The Beat 139 featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash. Harlem's #1 show.
What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing today? I'm Don Vito, voice for the peoples.
Doc, shake the block. Y'all know what it is.
So today's gonna be a different type of a day. It's gonna be like a real Harlemist. We got a big parade that we have every year on the 21st of September. And we have the African American Day Parade Committee here. Now, it's an honor for me and Doc, Keith Cash, and Ted to have y'all in the building, for real. Yes. You know, because we've been with y'all helping every way we can for the last couple years, but to have y'all come to the show is a real big thing. So we appreciate y'all coming to the show. Real proud of y'all. We appreciate that.
And thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So we're going to go around the room and let y'all introduce yourselves.
So I am Simone Kelly. I am the social media manager of the African American Day Parade.
My name is Yusef Hassan. I am the chairman of the African American Day Parade.
All right, I'm Thomas. Most call me Book, Thomas Walker, but again, most know me as Book, director of ground affairs and also an advisory board member.
There we go. So this is part of the committee. Got a big team. But right here, you know, these three people right here, they're going to come. They came to the show, and we're going to talk about the parade. And we got Yusuf here. He's the leader. But we're going to let him start it off because we want to get the history of the parade known. Like, the younger generation don't know the history of the African American Day Parade and what this man has strived to do for many years. So, Yusuf, thank you for coming to the show, man.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you, you know.
Listen.
You know, if it wasn't for you, none of us be sitting right here for the parade.
It wasn't for those great leaders that established this parade in 1968 with the first meeting in Harlem, New York, on 7th Avenue. I wouldn't be here either supporting this parade to the level that we've brought it now. And I'm honored to represent those 13 founding members today.
There you go.
Abe Snyder was the last founding member of the African American Day Parade, and he turned it over to myself and Brother Melvin Muhammad. And when we took this parade over, after the parade really started after Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. And it was designed to help uplift the spirits of our people and bring us to the next level of unity, because our theme was power through unity. And the first parade was in 1969, and it happens every third Sunday in September. And our theme was Africa's gift to America. And we had the great Adam Clayton Powell Jr. as our first Grand Marshals, along with the great Shirley Chisholm. And we had some other great leaders at that particular point helping start and lead this parade. And it's been an honor to work with all those founding members all of these years. I've been there since 1979 and board member. And I'm honored today to be the chairman since 2013. And I'm honored to work with a group of young people now that's working with us on this level. Because I think this parade sets a tone. It's not just about a party and a good time. It's really a purpose for the African American Day Parade. And that purpose is to make sure that we honor our ancestors, number one, and we showcase the absolute best of our community. Because we are resilient people.
Yes, we are.
And I think we fought a long battle to get where we are today, and we're still in the battle. And I'm always supportive of what we do in our community on positive levels. And this parade has always had 5 principles that we stand upon, that we support in our community. We support our businesses. We support education. We support our culture. We support our health community. And we support our politicians. This year's parade is based on our education.
Okay.
The theme is education, our #1 priority. And we want all of you to know that our children is most important to us. And education is not just about academia. It's also about what you brothers do and you sisters do, educating the community
Yes.
on the community level. That's very, very important to me. And I also want to remind us how important it is for us to take care of our seniors. They have been in the battlefield all of their lives. And we have a special place for them in the African American Day Parade. They sit on a nice tent. We bring them out of those apartment buildings, and we sit them down under that tent, and we allow them to have something to eat, and then we allow them to see the fruit of their labor go past. Through all the trauma we've been through in our life, we continue to go through trauma. This year, we lost some great leaders that have been supporting this parade since day one.
Right.
The Honorable Charles Rangels,
Yes.
the great Hazel Dukes,
Yes.
the great Lord Williams in Harlem, and also Tamara Norman, who's the vice president of this parade for over 40 years. And we will miss them this year because they have been great leaders for us. And I want to make sure that all of you know that we will continue this battle to make this parade the best parade, not only in the city of New York, but around this country. For all the Harlems in the world, we will keep this parade right here in Harlem because Harlem is our home. Remember, everyone has a home, right?
That's right.
We have Little Italy, Little Chinatown, Little Mexican.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
all these wonderful little areas. But we have Harlem.
That's right.
Langston Hughes, James Brown, and all these great leaders lived in Harlem. There's still some of them are living there today. Denzel Washington and all those people, they're still in Harlem. And we made Harlem what it is. And this parade is the last really most important event that we have to showcase our people. We can hold the ground. Every year, every third Sunday in September, we want all of you to come out and be with us on this day to celebrate our heritage and our history and our love for our peoples. This is important to me, and I know it's important to the board. Simone, I know, and Thomas Walker, and Dorinda, and Jasmine Robinson. Those people work behind the screens. There's only a few of us, but we make this happen because we love our peoples and we love our community. And this is where it's at. So this parade has been really, really going on for a long time. This is our 56th year.
56.
56 years.
Can you believe it? It's a consistency.
Consistent.
It's definitely 56 years because I grew up in Harlem, me and Doc, right? And ever since I was a little kid, I always went to the parade. I couldn't wait till the parade came. You understand what I'm saying? The parade was out. The parade. We get out there with my moms and stuff. We sit out there and see the parade go. And that was like a real big feeling because they had other parades, but they were downtown. But we had parade in our community. So we always was looking forward to that parade, man. I hate when the parade stopped.
Yeah,
I wanted the parade to
I
keep
say
going.
stop.
You know?
But you said something very important when you said we lost major figures, staples, the four people you mentioned, and we used to see them every year.
Yeah.
So like you said, it's true that they will be missed because we used to seeing Charles Rangel every year. Like if you ain't gonna see him about the whole year, you're gonna see him on the parade. If you want to catch him.
Exactly.
The
So-
good thing about it was you can actually get out and touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, where the rest of the country, they just see him on TV.
That's
they see
right.
him on the news.
Yeah.
But here in Harlem, when you come out to that parade, most of those figures, you can actually get out and get a handshake. You can talk to them. If you're down at the bottom, you get to actually have a conversation with them
Before it starts.
you know? And that's what makes this thing special because we're not, saying, hey, we're larger than you or we're larger than the community. No, we are the community.
Yes,
we're
sir.
right here. Everybody is in it together.
Yes,
You
yes.
know?
Yes.
And that was a great thing. So like he said, they are going to be missed. I know I'm going to miss them because
Yes.
for the people I used to watch on TV, Hazel Dukes, Charles
Yeah.
Rangel, all of them, now all of a sudden, I get to shake their hand. I get to talk with them. I get to have a few laughs with them during, before they launch off, and I would watch them go down the route. Before they jumped in the cars, when they were able to walk around and get around, they were out there shaking hands.
That's right.
you know.
In their community.
In their community, you know. And that's one of the benefits of our parade.
All right, so I want to touch on something. So the parade is going to be on live television with ABC. Sandra Bookman, she got something to do with that?
Well, we're going to have live streaming.
Live streaming, yes.
And I'm sure that, and we're on the hearing now with Sandra Bookman talking about it, and she's one of our grand marshals.
Yeah, there we go.
You see, we have Dr. Bob Lee as a grand marshal. He's a great grand marshal this year. We have Martin Lamelli of Grambling State University in Louisiana. We have Tony Allen, the president of Delaware State University. And we also have Senator Bookman, as we said, and Dr. Bob Lee, one of our board members as well, who's been with us a long time. And we have Patricia Ramsey, who is the president of our college, Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn. And some of our marshals this year is great too. Most of our principals of our schools. You know, we want to highlight Sean Brown of Uniondale High School, who's a great man, and we want to make sure Francisco Yao Costello is respected as one of our principals at Emma Charter School, and John Janty is the principal of a public preparatory school. And we want to make sure people know that these people are great. And then, what's so special about this year, we have Karen White, who, you know, I'm a superwoman, and I'm ready to dance.
Yeah, Karen White.
But she's one of our celebrated grand marshals, celebrity grand marshals.
I'm looking forward to seeing Karen White.
Sure
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah.
She
But her song is still there.
Of course.
Not just Superwoman.
Oh, man.
Everybody knows.
100%.
And also we have some honorary community leaders and people that we want to honor too, who have been volunteering their services in the community. Sometimes we forget about those people that volunteer time. And this parade is about volunteerism. We give back. Each one of the board members on this parade, we have a job. We have a regular job we work every day. But we make the time to make this parade happen.
Yeah.
So this year we're going to be honoring Jackie Rowe Adams, who's been working with the gun violence in the community for years. And we're going to honor, you know, Pernella Daniels. She's one of those ladies who've been with us for 40 years, out there volunteering, walking around in wheelchairs and still rolling along and still volunteering for the parade every year. And then we have Janine Dean. She's one of those young ladies who've been teaching those children in schools for years, and she's retired. But these are important people we want to honor, just common people.
Right.
That's what we deal with. But certainly we want our celebrities to come out. Now, we would love to have them to be a part of the parade, but our real thing is to stay with the people on the ground.
Right.
Boogie said it correctly. We are not have our heads so high in the sky that we don't see that young man or that young child on the ground who's been in those neighborhoods practicing his dance steps, you know, with the nieces and the cousins and the nephews, showing them how to do the little thing and stick together. And they have no stage to play on and show what they've learned. We want to make sure this parade be the biggest stage that they can march up down 7th Avenue and showing their little thing, the sugar babies and all the rest of them comes out and be with us, you know. So it's just, I'm always happy to be a part of this celebration.
We also happy too. I'm gonna ask both of you guys a question here. Your role and your involvement in it, and I want you to tell the people your passion and what do you do as far as your role in this parade. So that's the same question after she finished.
Okay, so I'm over the social media, so the Instagram, the Facebook, and we're on TikTok. So make sure everyone follows African American Day Parade on everything. And that's my role. And I started in 2021. And like everyone else, I went to Harlem Week and I saw Buki there and Jasmine there. And I said, hey, I want to be able to help. How can I help? And then just like that, I became a part of the team. And I'm happy to be a part of the team because Just like you said earlier, I'm from Harlem, born and raised. I look forward to the parade every third Sunday, going out there with my friends, getting our outfits ready. So for me to be on the other side of it to help the community is a great thing for me. And then also, I worked at Harlem Children's Home for a while, so I get to see some of my old students in the parade. Like, oh, Simone, you're a part of the parade. Yes, I am. Make sure y'all keep going. Y'all go home, get home when you're supposed to. But the parade has been a major part of my life, and I'm happy to be on this side, and I want to continue doing this work. And I want more people to come and volunteer. I want everybody to come out September 21st, but also September 20th, we have a Get Involved event. It's our third annual Get Involved event at the State Building Plaza. It's for the community, for children, for adults to have fun. We have a health panel. We're giving away back to school supplies. So it's going to be a great Harlem-filled weekend for the African American Day Parade.
Can you get them the address?
Yes, so for September 20th is at the State Building, which is on 125th Street and 7th Avenue, aka Adam Clayton Powell, for those that aren't from Harlem and don't know. But make sure you all come out to both days, Saturday and Sunday.
What time does it start?
So for Saturday, it's 11 o'clock, but for the parade, it's 12:30.
There we go.
Right. As for me, listen, just like y'all, we came up in Harlem. We came up in Harlem, major event every year, 7th Avenue. For those who don't know, again, Adam Clayton Powell Jr.
Right.
I hate that I always got to clear that up, man. I'm Lennox, 7th and 8th Avenue.
Yeah, that's right.
There's new names that we have to, put out there for the people who don't really know about it. But 7th Avenue was the stage.
Right.
From a little kid. I'm going to tell y'all, one day I woke up, and I just happened to live near 7th Avenue. I was at my grandmother's house, heard some noise, commotion, went to the window, didn't know what it was. Ran back and like, yo, grandma, something going on. She said, yo, get dressed, boy, let's go. So she knew about it. She knew about it. I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Right to 7th Avenue, right over there by FCBC. Did I say it right, y'all? Well, this ain't their show. This is
Right.
the African American Day Parade show. 139.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
But we had our same perch every year, same spot, and we would see the same people every year from the community because everybody pretty much had their spot, and it probably was that way from 111th all the way up to 142nd Street.
Yes, it was.
Everybody would have their same spot every year. Like,
Yes,
don't
he
come
did.
here.
Yeah.
You know that's my spot.
That's right.
What you do?
The chair and everything. Come on
we
now.
knew it. We knew it.
You sitting over there last year. You know you don't belong over there.
It is. So, from a kid, from the very first time I laid my eyes on this parade, it moved me. It grabbed me to the point that I like to brag about. I think I only missed 2 parades in my whole life since my first parade, and I've been coming back and back and back and back. And let me just put it out there, honestly, what got me involved, what made me step over from the watcher to the volunteer was I started seeing things that I wasn't seeing as a kid. I started seeing some little gaps, this, that, and the third. And I sat back and I was like, yo, man, what's going on here? I need to find out what's going on. So, I talked to some of the other people in the community and, they told me straight up and down, nah, boot, man, listen, man, don't get involved, man. It's a lot of people that have been there for years and they don't want to hear nothing new and this, that, and that. I was like, yo, but if we don't get involved, So I found a way to find out where to go, when to go, showed up, sat there, and I had to play my position. I came in there with all kind of ideas, man. I was fixing this parade, man. I was like, yo, man, I'm fixing this joint. But I had to learn, especially from this guy, man. I really had to, at a point in time, man, we used to go back and forth. I would say stuff, and then he'd be like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, yo, man, these people was right, man. They ain't giving me, they don't want to move on nothing. But I had to learn there was a method behind the madness. You know what I'm saying? Those no's came with a reason.
Right.
But I had to find out. I had to learn it. I had to see it for myself in order to understand what the problem was. But when you ask me my passion about this parade, it's because it gave me something that a lot of people didn't give. They didn't volunteer their time to give to a lot of kids in our community. You know, and I started learning, even putting my kids in community sports in Harlem. You know, I'm part of the Harlem Jets. Again, it's not their show, but, you know.
Yeah.
But I learned there, Crusaders as well, those coaches are out there and they're giving time to give these kids something different. And I looked at the parade the same way. The parade gave us something that we wasn't gonna get nowhere else. You know, I saw those fraternities, the sororities, I saw them coming down, I saw the bands. You know, I just saw so much as a kid that moved me. It was like, man, listen, if I see that there's a problem with this parade, I gotta get in there and I gotta help now. And when I stepped over that, when I stepped over that divider, I have not seen this parade since then. Since 2014, I haven't seen the parade. I'm being honest.
You boots on the ground.
I'm boots on the ground, so
Yeah.
I don't see the parade anymore. I see it from a different view now,
Right.
which I really appreciate. Simone will tell you she appreciates. He's gonna tell you, Jasmine, Xavier, everybody that we're down at the bottom. We don't see this parade until the very end. We're walking off with it, right? But it gives me a new sense of pride in this parade because now I get to talk to the people. And when they tell me, yo, this parade is getting better and better and better, I know we did our job.
That's right.
And we giving back to the kids the same way that the parade gave to us. You know, so that's my passion. When you ask me, that's my passion in being here, to make sure that I give the kids what was given to me in Harlem.
And not only that, there ain't been no violence, and you know,
can we
so
get it?
that's big because you know they promote all these other parades, and there haven't been no violence. I want to ask you, because you've been 1979, and like we all grew up watching parades, so you've been involved. Us four, been outside. It used to be jam packed back in the days with both sides of the streets, and it used to go to 142nd Street. And a lot of people, they wanted me to ask you this: why did it stop going to 142nd? Because a lot of elders and seniors who lived in that neighborhood, like my mom, 39th Street, and everybody, you know, like he said, everybody come where they sat, and now it stops at 135th Street. So now it's like a quarter of a mile is stopped. And also both sides of the streets. So any reasons for that?
Yeah, that's important. I think people need to understand that this parade at one point used to have a lot of alcohol floats in it. It used to have a lot of different things in the parade that we decided to take down. And when that happened, it started doing, people started thinking the parade was not really a lot of fun. But our goal was to take it down and then bring it back up to the level where it would be more conducive and for people to see the best of us. But the other issue about the longevity of the parade and how far it goes, Mayor Bloomberg cut all parades by 25% when he was the mayor to save money for the police department.
Right.
You see, so we wasn't the only one cut. All of them was cut across the board. And so we had to deal with that, and something we didn't want to do, but we had to deal with it by the ordinances that he made. But it was also a good thing to a certain point, because a lot of the seniors and a lot of people, you know, especially the children in the parade, have these big, heavy equipment, and they're walking from 110th Street all the way to 142nd Street. And most of them had to go to school the next day. And you can just imagine, and they come from Maryland and Georgia and Mississippi and other parts of the country, and how tired they'll be when they get to the end of the parade. And I think that helps save them a lot of hardship. And plus, the parade used to go too deep into the night.
Right.
And when they get into the night, that's when the problem started. You know, people start raising hell out there. Excuse my language.
No.
They start throwing things off the building and cursing and tearing up floats. Young people come out. A lot of things happen at nighttime.
Yeah.
And so, and then, you know, people used to sell a lot of food. That's why you've seen it on both sides of the street stacked out like that. Because what happened, you would see everyone would come out and sell their chickens and their collard greens and make money for the family, which is a good thing. You know, we enjoyed that, but at the end of the parade, they wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
They would keep going on and on until they sell the last chicken wing. And then by then, the police department giving us a really, really hard time so they can clean up the streets for the next day. And then that's when people start getting this friction in the parade. So we had to try to tone all of those things down. That's why we doesn't have vending in the African American Day Parade, because it's a parade. It's not like the ones in Brooklyn and the ones on Fifth Avenue and places like that and in the Bronx. Those parades is different because they're not really a parade. Most of them is just a carnival.
Yeah, festival type of thing.
Festival
Yeah.
type atmosphere. Ours is about dignity and honor and respect. I know theirs are too, but it's about showcasing that piece of us that's going to highlight the best of us for our children. So those things were done purposely, not just by us, but by the city of New York.
Right. So that sounds to me like less is more. You see what I'm talking about? You get less, you don't walk as far, which is less. You took some of the things out, which is less, but it's more because of keeping the standards of the parade up. You understand? And I'm glad that you mentioned, I'm glad Doc asked you that question, but I'm glad that you explained it to the viewers because that's the stuff you hear behind the scenes that people don't know. And, you know, a lot of stuff is not public information.
Right.
So by you telling the reasons why, now that people probably sitting like we sitting like, okay, now I understand why, you know?
Especially the police presence.
The police
now they don't have
presence,
to
yeah.
staff in for them extra 7 blocks.
And then also, like he said, the people that's coming from out of town, marching and drumming and doing all that, going all the way down, they tired, man. We anticipate that because we ain't the ones doing it, you know? So I'm glad you explained that. That's a very important message right there.
And the other thing is about the police department. You know, people need to realize that, you know, most police is out on the street is really not from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem sometimes because the friction with the police department, because most of our officers prefer to be marching in the parade to show who they are, which is a good thing. So we try to get them out really early so if something happens, that they can be on duty. So people look at it and say, oh, you have all the police out front and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but you don't understand the problem that we would have if we didn't have our own officers out there, because those other guys from Staten Island and from Brooklyn and from Long Queens and stuff, yeah, they're really angry. What I'm on Sunday? I'm on a Sunday away from my family out here doing what? You know? And so that they takes it out sometime on the community, which is not fair. But we also haven't had any incidents in this parade.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think people need to,
That's
and
a big thing.
That needs to be attributed to our own internal security brothers and sisters. That would be a buffer between the police department and the community. You know, Melvin Muhammad and Xavier and the other teams that we have that you doesn't see, those guys be out there, and women, they be out there and they see someone off target and raising all kinds of sand. At least they'll go to them and whisper to them and say, you know, good things. You know, this is our day.
Yeah.
You know, we don't antagonize them. If they need, I need something to eat. Can I get $1? They give them $1 out of their pocket, say, go get something to eat, go home, take your medications, and come on back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you'll find out that quells everything. So we've been blessed, not just by our community supporting that, but by the Creator. God has given us a great blessing. We've never had a rain-out parade.
Wow.
And I pray to God that we have not any more, you know, a situation like this year. We hope the sun be shining and all the people can sit out there. We've never had an incident where the senior citizens, because we keep them under a tent, right? And if something happens, if you got vendors all over the place, we can't get them out of the way in time.
Right.
Because they're on wheelchairs and they're on walkers and they have their little supporters with them. And so we have to look out for them. And that's why we appreciate you brothers and all the other sisters in the community who just be present to look out for our peoples.
That's right.
They need us, especially our old grandmothers. And I
Yes,
would
they-
say it's important.
Yeah.
They have suffered many years, gun violence, grandchildren being shot and killed in the community. And, you know, people don't remember that these people are suffering in silence in those apartment buildings. They have no chance to come out sometime to really enjoy life or enjoy the neighborhood because of the fear. But we want to make sure this day is a special day for them. And we want everybody to be vigilant about that and be mindful of that so they can be comfortable.
And the seniors so happy. Like we go by, we see them right. They love the parade.
Oh man,
The seniors love the
they
parade.
love it. Yeah,
They come out. They be out there early.
I think the seniors love it more than anyone else.
I'm like, God damn.
To me,
they come like 10 o'clock.
When I look in the crowd, the seniors really their love for the parade is like no other. I mean, the kids, they want to dance and
Not
have a
like
good
the
time,
seniors.
but the seniors be like, they stay
got
happy.
come
Yeah,
in. We
they
gonna
happy.
shake their hand.
They waving at
They
you and stuff.
wave.
Yeah, it's a
Every
good
scene
time
they
for them.
wave.
And you like you said, they don't get to come out that often, so they don't really get shown a good time that often. But they can come out on this day and not just have a good time on a block wherever they're at. They can see all the wonderful people that's there. That's a joy.
They get to see the
what else?
mayors.
Yeah.
What I think is like some of the long-time residents, the seniors,
Yeah.
they own this parade now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
been
yeah.
watching. It's their parade.
Right.
It is their parade, and
Yeah.
they look for it to happen every year, year after year. They know if I can't get outside, I can look out my window.
That's right.
You know? So that actually, takes me to answer a question that most people ask. It's a question I used to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, why we not on Fifth Avenue like everybody else?
Oh, I cut. Yeah.
Why we not on Fifth Avenue like everybody else? That was my question. But
Right.
It wouldn't be the same.
it wouldn't be the same. Number one, you're right.
They would mutilate our parade, and we wouldn't be able to speak our culture.
Why you not sitting up here, man?
Man.
Why you not sitting up here?
No, he gonna get y'all
but
the post interview.
No, but he's real.
Post interview,
And-
he
and
got
that's-
y'all.
And that's real. I had to become a part of this parade to find out why, and it changed my whole thinking on it. What I was told is number one, this parade was born in Harlem. It's gonna stay in Harlem.
Yeah.
Number two, our senior citizens, who you just said,
Yeah.
they can't get down to Fifth
Nah, they
Avenue.
can't get down there.
So now we taking the parade that we just said they own, we
Yeah.
taking it somewhere
Taking
else
away from
to
them.
give to somebody else.
Correct.
Number three, we get down on Fifth Avenue, we're not gonna get the same respect that we'll get here.
No.
We definitely not.
No.
Number four, we out there, it's a hot day, you standing out there for a long time, you can go right in the bodega and get something to drink.
Right.
Or
You know,
upstairs,
like
And
come
go upstairs and
downstairs,
use
or
the
go
bathroom.
upstairs, or your
Upstairs and
friend's
use
house,
the
or
bathroom.
mom's house.
Use the bathroom, come back.
Or like what Yusef
Yeah.
was saying, back in the days, when we was talking about the other side of the avenue, it was crowded. That's because, you could get something to eat right then and there.
Right.
We go down to Fifth Avenue, what we get? Where we going?
Yeah.
There's no stores, there's no bodegas. You gotta go miles and miles away to get it. And then you're gonna pay how much?
Double.
Uh-huh.
So for all the people who have that question, hopefully this answered it. Hopefully this changed your way of thinking about going down to Fifth Avenue. It's our parade, man. It's been in Harlem. It was born in Harlem. We know it is Harlem. I'm ready to be that senior. I don't want to be the one stuck in the house, but I want to say, I've been here as long as this man has been doing it. I know I've been seeing it for a long time, and I've been a part of it for a long time. And I don't want to take that away from Harlem.
And check this out, right? Another great thing I see, going on a parade. So Harlem was different back in '79. Now you got a lot of gentrification here, right? And the gentrification people love the parade. You gotta, they like kind of loving it a little more than we loving it kind of, because they like, oh man, I know they do it like that uptown because they've been living downtown.
Yeah.
They are loving it. They dancing in the street, they waving that and everything. So we already know what our Harlem people gonna do, our black people gonna do. But we get the love also from the outsiders that move into this neighborhood. It's like it's a great time for them too. They kids be out there, they be doing their thing. So you getting like a multicultural, cause we ain't going nowhere, but you getting a multicultural feeling with the parade now because of the change of Harlem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they don't have to spend money taking their kids to Kalahari that day.
Right.
Not only that, they
can
also
enjoy it
see
right there.
The
they
unity.
also see that we are not as bad as people say we are.
Exactly. That's another.
You know, when they see our neighborhoods now, they see these people are really, really great people. Look how organized they are. Look how disciplined it is out
Yeah.
here. They're not out here fighting and killing and block to block. Not saying other people does that, but we hear people saying, those black people in Harlem, they do this and do that. I don't care who moves in or who moves out. This parade has to stay in Harlem because it's the last really stronghold that we have to keep Harlem as our home. A lot of other great entities, it's so, organized to a point that they don't seem to see the real history of African Americans anymore. That mixed everything in, to the point that we forget about our old grandmothers and our great-great-grandfathers and old uncles and who fought and died in this country to build it to the level that it is now. And that's important for us to recognize that our people, African Americans, descendants of slaves, built this country on our backs.
That's right.
And I don't care who moves out or who moves in, we have to keep our position and our place because it's easy for us people to forget about what we've done. Those big buildings that we see in Harlem, all those nice brownstones were built by slaves out of seashell and mud. And you understand, they brought them all from the South. You see all these other things, the stoplight, the baby carriages. You don't remember all these things that was invented by the African American descendants of slaves? The lights, the air conditioners. Yeah. We need to educate our people
automobile
on these levels. All this stuff, man. and people want to claim that as theirs.
Right.
We built this country. We did this. That's a lot of, and I think we need to be aware of that. It's a lot of crap. Let me just say that.
Right.
So I don't want to really, say something nasty to the audience because they're such a nice people. But anyway, our community is so resilient, and we are quiet about what we do, but we need to let it be known. That's why education is the key.
Education.
Number one priority.
But you said something very, very important, and I be trying to tell people this. When you said it's African Day Parade, yes, it's in Harlem, but I was explaining to people in the Bronx and Brooklyn also. This is your parade also. Yeah. You don't have to just live in Harlem. When they have the Puerto Rican Day Parade, Puerto Ricans from everywhere. That's their parade. It's not like, it's Puerto Ricans from New York. It's Puerto Ricans from all over come. The same with West Indian Day Parade. Same with St. Patrick's Day. They Irish, they come there. It's like the people from the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, they feel like it's just a Harlem thing. No, it's an African, like you said, it's African Day Parade. This is your parade too. It is located in Harlem. Exactly. So they need to come out, people in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, come out and celebrate this day with us. Because like you said, it's been a lot. You've been, 1979, been involved in this thing. I want you to explain, y'all all can explain the behind the scenes, the preparation, what it takes to get this thing up and running each year after the parade over with on Sunday. When do y'all get back rolling to prepare for 2026?
It never stops. We have a meeting in October for the community to come out and tell us, what they liked about the parade, any suggestions they might have. So then maybe November, December, we take a break. But then January, we have meetings over Zoom. January to May, meetings over Zoom. Then June comes, in-person meetings. So it literally is every
year
the
round.
whole year, 365 days a year, yeah.
And that's important because people think that we just rest, but it's important for us to know that this parade takes a lot out of us, but we give a lot back to us.
Right.
And that's why I live for it. You know what I mean? Because I love it. You know what I mean? So Simone said it correctly. Directly after the parade, we're already right now thinking of next year.
Yeah.
At this point, we know what we're going to be focusing on. We're going to focus on our businesses. Yeah. So we got a theme already set up for our businesses next year, and we want to bring them in as grand marshals and honorary guests. And so we want to make sure everyone know that you need to start sending in your recommendations for who would you like to see as a grand marshal or marshal. Send us their bio and send us their headshot, and we take a look at it as a team. We look it over and see who should be in certain lines. But I wanted to let you know, I've been thinking about the parade all way ahead of this. This is over for me. In my mind, the parade is over. You see, I just got to get my body to follow along. My mind is already saying, "Now I'm ready for next year."
Yeah.
You see, so don't think we just sleep and sit back on our laurels at the end of this parade, because it's a lot of work. But it'd be easy because we don't have to change a lot of things all the time.
Right.
You know, so that's why we will not come out of Harlem. And it's economics that helps our community in Harlem as well. You know, the little businesses and the little bodegas, they make money.
Yeah, they do.
plenty
Yeah, they
of
do.
money.
Yeah, they do.
Big money.
We have
Need to
over a
be all
million people.
bodegas again.
The bodegas, I don't care. Listen, it's all right. Long as the money turn over in our community.
Right.
And some of it doesn't, but we have to start preparing that for ourselves on our black-owned businesses. They need to support us next year. They need to set up and do things for us to make sure that we get the right funding that we need. Because this is a volunteer. And it's all about donations. People need to donate to the parade.
Yes, they do.
Because we doesn't charge you to be a part of this parade.
Mm-hmm.
And we doesn't pay you to be a part of this parade.
Right.
Because it's your parade. So we will hope people take a moment sometime to think
Donate.
about how can they donate and support the parade on certain levels. You know, we have some great grand marshals been through this parade. Denzel Washington, Queen Latifah, Muhammad Ali, Spike Lee. Yes, we've had some great grand marshals, and I hope they will take a moment sometime to say, you know, this is ours. These are our people's. And one thing about us, as a team, we will never neglect our peoples. The young boys and girls, people call them as gangsters and no good people. They're ours.
That's right.
They're ours. And we have to try to make sure we do the best we can to show them that they can be better than what people say they are.
That's right. And everybody
you know,
can change.
She's a school teacher, and she's teaching these young people because they have a right to a good education.
Yeah.
But know about your history, know about your God. But your history is most important in this life.
Yeah. A lot of people say, man, the summer's over. I'm like, no, it ain't. The summer ain't over till the parade.
To the parade. Parade.
What you talking about?
Parade.
The summer ain't over till the parade go, baby.
Once the parade
Oh,
is
yeah, I
over.
forgot about the parade. I didn't.
And they go Labor Day.
Yeah.
People say that after Labor Day, but it's really the
Nah,
parade.
it's after the Harlem African American Day Parade. That's when the summer's over
That's
for
the
me.
summer over, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for real. You know, I got to talk to Buke on this one, right? Buke, because so it's a lot of action going on 111, 112, 130, all the way up. You like the floor general to me, man. When I see you, you moving and shaking, you getting everything organized. How's that experience, man? I already know, give it up, man.
That's it.
I ain't gonna let you slide with that one. Tell the viewers how that's going on, man.
It's work. It's work, man.
I know it is.
It's work. It's work. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. It's work.
Yeah.
It's work. But again, when it comes to the end of the parade, the feeling I get, the feeling we all get, because even though Simone does the social media, she's pitching in. It's like you just said, we are a team, so we're all working, no matter what department you're in. And I'm just so happy that she sits down there and helps out. You know, she jumps in, and some of the other team members, they come in and jump in, because we don't have a lot of volunteers. You heard it over and over again. This whole parade runs on volunteerism.
Correct.
All right, there's a core 8, maybe 9 people, if I'm correct. We are every day. Every day. Simone just told you, when the parade is over, you know, we still do monthlies. Yeah, but that monthly is just a scheduled meeting. You know how many phone calls back and forth, daily, 3 times, 4 times a day.
It gotta be a lot.
Yeah.
All of the moving parts in the parade.
Right, so it's never ending. And then, I'm sorry, I jumped off a little bit from your question. Handling that area down there, it's a beast, man. It's a beast. and you really gotta have the tenacity to do it, to be able to bring down the tensions, which we've done. We implemented new things where we talk to the people now, as opposed to just sending them letters to say, hey, you know, you're accepted, you can come and, you know, your application has been approved. Now we have the Zoom meetings with the participants so they can actually hear us. We can talk to them and tell them, instead of coming down there and standing around wondering why I'm not out on the road yet, and you're mad, you're steaming because you've been standing there for hours and blah, blah, blah. Now we tell them, yo, treat it like a block party.
Mm-hmm.
Treat it like a block party.
Yeah.
Bring your sandwiches, bring your drinks, bring your chairs, something like you could throw on your float or you could throw on your back or whatever and walk off with it. When, you know, sit there, have fun because the blocks, you've seen them.
Yeah.
It's a party.
It's a
Right,
party.
yeah.
It's a party.
So don't just
before
stand there
happen,
mean. Go talk to this
Have
person.
fun, yeah.
If you
Yeah.
don't see nobody you want to talk to here, go to the next block.
Right.
You know, take the opportunity to go talk to some of those politicians, some of those celebrities that we talked about. You know,
Yeah, they right there.
they're
You
on
got
the
'em.
ground,
Yes.
and that's your opportunity to go there and go talk to them.
Yeah.
You know, go watch the bands that came up. Go watch the fraternities, sororities,
The
you know,
rehearsals.
the Divine Nine. Yeah, go entertain. There's so much to do there.
Yeah.
You understand? So after we started talking to them, that helped bring down my area, you know, the tensions that were there, you know. And people now, we're starting to see it now. Now people actually treat it like a block party,
Right.
where it pisses me off. Excuse the French, but I want to sit there and party with you too.
Cause we got a good perspective from it. Cause like you said, we always, growing up, we stayed in our area. But now we've been a part of it for like the 8 years we've been part of this parade. And we go downtown and we see the party. Like you said, some people who stay on their blocks further uptown don't see it. But 111, right? It's a good time.
Yeah.
The time go by like this. We get out there early. We get out there, we do our little media. We interview, we talk
We out
to
there like
people.
8 o'clock.
We get
Now
out
we
there
out
and
there.
we just, like you said, we go to this block, this float, we talk to this people. We out there all day.
Yeah.
So
I
we
see
get
y'all
that.
when you come.
Yeah, we hit all the
I'm
blocks.
usually out there like 6:37
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
morning, and I'm moving constantly.
I go to
But
bed
see
early. I
y'all.
go to bed early on Saturday night so I can be ready for Sunday.
Lucky you.
And we get
No,
that
I
experience that we didn't know
Yeah.
growing up.
Growing up, we didn't know that. Yeah.
Right. 'Cause
That's
we
why
ain't
I
never
want you to explain.
go
You know,
uptown.
these blocks is.
don't. Yeah.
We mentor 35 kids, right? We got a program, B139 Foundation.
Oh,
And-
can I give y'all your accommodations for that? I'm sorry, man,
Okay.
because y'all do an amazing job with what y'all do.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Appreciate it. That's why I asked you about, cause you're in charge of a bunch of kids and a bunch of adults. So to supervise all of that, and you saying you still need more volunteers, that's a lot of mental work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mental work. You see what I'm saying? 'Cause to keep it controlled and organized and have them coming out and keep the line moving because you can't stop. You got to keep it good. That's a lot, man. And when at the end of the parade, I say to myself too, because we stayed to the end. Man, parade was high this year.
Yeah,
You know, and that's a good feeling.
It's an excellent feeling.
Yeah, it's a
You know
good
why?
feeling.
Because I'll tell you right now, just for the department I control, I came up with a number of I need about 60 volunteers, minimum, to run this whole, to run the whole route.
Right.
You know what we get every year?
20.
Right now I got about 13 people that's on that team. So, and we're moving. So again, it's a hard time. And you see me down there. You see
Yeah.
that I stay moving. And then everyone that works with me, that volunteers with me, they're moving. Because if we're clearing out one block, now it's not time to go home. You moving over to the next block. You're
Yeah.
helping out. You're jumping. Everybody's moving and moving and moving and moving. And I know everybody's tired.
Yeah.
I ran out. I watched 1 year. I looked at my watch cut off. My watch must have cut off. My phone cut off. Maybe somewhere around 2:30. It was already at like 15,000 steps. By the time I got home, I looked at my watch. I was over 27,000 steps for that day. That's a lot. I didn't even know I could physically do that.
Right.
You know, those steps was 18, 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a heavy load to carry down there. But I'm gonna carry it.
But you know what I don't like?
I'm gonna carry it because I have a team that the volunteers that do come out there, they come out there from their hearts. You know, they're not looking for money. None of us, the whole team, nobody here is looking for money. We didn't come here for money.
Right.
We came here to make sure that this parade happens.
Every
and we
year.
do it.
But it's not about that looking for money. But I just think somewhere, I don't know if it's a politician, I think it should be some type of funding go to you guys. Because I just think it's hard. Like you said, it's hard on you, but you have passion for it. 13 people, even if it's like a small type of funding come to you guys and y'all get some type of recognition for y'all benefit and be able to give like a stipend. Maybe you could give the 60 people $50 a piece just for that day to help it. All these other parades, they get a lot of funding. They got like a lot of big.
They got the sponsors.
They got a lot of big sponsorships and things like that. So I just think it's only right that the funding comes. You ain't looking for it, but still, just something. Sometimes it helps. It helps. You know what I mean? To get up, like you said, you passionate about it. You've been since 2013. 21, and just to keep it going, the motivation. Not saying that money gonna make people motivate, but it will help. It will help. Like, people, it's in tight situations. Now they getting $50, $60 for that day. They help with the line and the work y'all put in. I'm pretty sure y'all put money in brochures and different things like this, shirts and things y'all doing. Would y'all have strategy way how we probably could raise money? We could probably help y'all try to find some money somewhere.
Yeah, let me just mention that because I think it's important that you make that point because, that's why it's important for all of our communities to realize that this is your parade. And in order for the parade to continue to function the way it is that we need support from our celebrities. We don't have like Goya. We don't have, that's how those other big parades operate. Yeah. They have conglomerates of people philanthropists that support those organizations and those parades. Celebrities do the same thing. They go in and support that parade. And we are appealing to all of our people that we do need funding.
Yes.
And they need to understand that.
Been needed funding.
And then we continue to fund. Sometimes we go in our own pockets. I have to go in my pocket on a constant basis to make sure that we got those little things paid for, like the social media platforms and all those little things. It comes out of my pocket because I know we don't have it in the parade funding.
Right.
And we have integrity. I would never, our treasurer, we will never ever have someone to deal with the parade money when we can do it ourselves until we get the support we need from our people. It's all about us.
Yeah.
Somebody, if you got 1 million people, you put $10 in once or $10 every month or $5. You know how much money we would have for this parade? And it goes into a specific place. We give scholarships out every year to students when we don't have the money really, but we do give out 3 or 4 scholarships to our college students that's going to school. We give teachers scholarships to teachers so they can be able to help take care of some of the little children that doesn't have the funding when they're coming out of their pocket. We do those things of that nature. And at the end of the parade every year, we try to do a luncheon for all the volunteers. At least we can try to do those things to make them feel very important because they are important to this community. And all of you are important to us. And we hope and pray that God bless us to get the right funding. If not, we trudge along. We've been without all our lives, but we still go along. And I know you're going to help us. I got faith in you.
There you go.
But we're going to try on our end, Vito, Keith, and Jay and Ted on our end.
Yeah, we're going to have a meeting on
We're going to have a meeting. We're going to definitely try to put
we're going
pressure on some people to try to
put our heads
back,
together
to get back.
And
We know
see if we can get some funding for the next parade because
it don't make no sense.
It's like funding is created by your body of work. We get this body of work since '79, and he started saying before that.
56 years.
That's what I'm saying though. So come on now, we just got to get this conversation with the right people. And we know from us moving around the B139, a lot of people we work with politician-wise that we might start pitching it to them like create some attention and get a meeting and get a funding opportunity. We're going to damn sure try because it's well deserved and it could do a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I think to add on to that though, we need, like you were saying earlier, we need people that are passionate, that are in it for the right reasons, and we also need people to actually want to help and continue to do this work. Because so many people say, oh yeah, we want to help, but then they don't show up. But if you donate $5 or $10, that can go
it's another thing, that's right.
And we also need like a grant writer that can actually help us apply to some of these grants.
Yes.
But if we have volunteers that are passionate like us, we know the parade will continue to go far and beyond than what it is right now.
Yes, and just like you said, donate. Just like they donate to that tower thing that they do every year for 9/11. They donate to that, but $11.
Yeah, $11.
$11. You see Sylvester Stallone be on the commercial with the guy, and they asking for donations.
Right.
They ain't got no money either. They asking for donation, and that donation helps to feed the families of all the people that died and stuff like that. Right. So we gotta have some meetings. There's just a lot of different ways to explore that opportunity.
And one thing I want to mention about that is that we doesn't take donations from anybody.
Right.
Okay, so
That's what keeps the integrity of the parade alive for generations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not going to take it from the alcohol people that want
No.
to use that as a way to advertise themselves in our parade.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly, you know, money is money, but we don't want it from the wrong place because it doesn't last that long. It goes into the wrong way.
Yes.
So we want people that's honorable, that want to help. And some, I have an old lady. Every time you look around, she gets $5 for the parade, and she's just on a pension.
Right.
Abe Snyder, one of the founders of the parade, used to go in his Social Security and pay for it out of his pocket back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, if my wife ever found out I was going, she'd take me out back and shoot me. He used to tell me that all the time. And I was wondering, he said, I take my pension, my Social Security, and I put in this parade because we have no other way to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And some of our politicians, we ask them all the time, don't get me wrong.
Right.
We do go to them,
Mm-hmm.
and they would say, we're going to help you with this money, we're going to help you with it. And they give it, then they ask for it, and I'm sorry, we didn't give it, it's all gone now. You see? And so whatever you do with them, I don't know whether they're going to help us or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because this parade is not going to fall in the hands of the wrong people.
Yes.
Let me be very clear here, because I think people think that if we don't support you, we give to you is on our parade now. This parade is not a political parade. It's not a religious parade. It's not somebody who have a business parade that they want to make it about themselves. It's about the community. It's the people on the ground. That's your parade. Because people make a thing about their own organization. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want that. They'll never, because we'll lose it that way.
Right.
Because they'll exclude people. You'll be excluded because you're in this political party. You're excluded because you're of this church or you're of this mosque. You're excluded because of certain things. You don't go with our businesses. So we don't want that. This parade got to live on for the next. David Dinkins, the mayor, before he passed, did a lot of interviews with these guys. He said to me, he said, Yusef, I hope this parade lasts forever in Harlem. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's important.
Yes,
And-
it is.
And I think we all need to be aware of those things.
But see, it's sad, like when we were saying with the politicians, they always want somebody to come show out for them, and then that they think, oh, it ran out. Like Vito said earlier, 56 years, like this already the work. This don't have to be questioned about. If I got money, I shouldn't take, it shouldn't take the rocket science to be like, where is it going, to ask 1,000,001 questions, have to jump through 1,000 loops. 56 years, consistency, right after Martin Luther King died, in Harlem, write the check. It's nothing should be said about it. Like, you know what I mean? This is the work. Like, we've been putting work even with ourselves for years, putting in work. When it's like people don't respect them, they ain't respecting the work, it seems to me.
No.
And like I said, we're gonna have questions, and now we're gonna start holding these people accountable, and we're gonna get behind the people who gonna get behind us. It ain't no more Mr. Nice Guys how we handling it. We got a media company. We going strong. We partners with other people, and we gonna whoever we get behind, whatever political party we get behind, I guarantee you they gonna win. And if they not buying by what we trying to do, we going against them. It's no more Mr. Nice Guy, and we supporting the parade. We definitely been in line with you guys for years, and we're gonna continue. And we definitely going. You can promise one thing about our word. We going to make sure y'all get some money next year, and we going to use our media platform. We got a radio station. We starting soon. A radio station where we gonna do some things where generate money with artists and different people be able to get their music heard. So we got that going on, and we're gonna be so strong. We're gonna have a media coverage outside of the Apollo and the State Building. around the clock. We're gonna have a media person there. We're gonna be so strong in media where they're gonna have to come to us, if not against us. And we not playing no more. And like I said, we is lining with y'all. Make sure we're gonna take care of y'all. And I'm definitely gonna send. We're gonna definitely send a donation with you guys this year. We're gonna send something to you guys this year. But we definitely going to be real strong, so strong where we ain't playing with them. Ain't no, oh, we send the money, we hear the same thing y'all hear. Oh, we did this. Like I said, kids, we coming out of pocket too. Mm-hmm. Anybody watch us, we took kids on million trips this year. We got a big bus. Everything we did came out of pocket. We donate school supplies, different organizations. We did that, basketball teams, all this. But now, it's no Mr. Nice Guy. I know I'm not playing. We all not playing. We gonna be lined up. We gonna give y'all something this year for the beat 139 out of our pockets. But we going to be strong together, and we're gonna start holding these politicians accountable. You know what I mean? Where y'all can't keep doing it because it's the work. 56 years, 8 years for us. Y'all not respecting the work. We're gonna show y'all. We're gonna show y'all how we do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's gonna work from here on now. You know what I'm saying? So.
And we're 503C, right?
Mm-hmm. We 503 too.
Tell her what we got. You know all this stuff. You know everything.
Oh, no. I'm still learning a lot of it. But yes, we are a nonprofit, but you can just donate on our website, AfricanAmericanDayParade.org. So check it out there.
Yeah, give them all your social media.
African American Day Parade on everything. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Please follow the page. Whenever you see a post, please retweet it, repost it. Same thing on Twitter. Please share, because September 20th, September 21st, we want everybody from Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island. We have people saying that from Florida, they're coming up, from Georgia. We want everybody to be here in Harlem.
Come in peace.
Did you like the post that I put up?
Yeah.
That was you that responded?
Yes, that was.
Put the fires and all that? Come on, now you know how we play. You know what I'm saying? We doing our part. You saw that? You saw I created with the pictures and all that?
Great job.
Yeah. We with y'all all the way.
Yo, here's a thought for the table. Could y'all imagine what the hoopla would be if this parade doesn't go on this year?
Wow.
Or if it doesn't show up next year?
Wow. I never thought of that.
That's crazy.
Everybody's going to come down on what happened to the parade.
Yeah, ain't the parade supposed to be this week?
Sunday?
And it's not there.
Yeah.
You find out that, number one, the volunteerism is not there to help.
Come on now.
Number two, the donations, the funding is not really there to help.
Mm-hmm. So that right there, that should be for the 2026 parade. That should be like, well, we gonna have a meeting. That's something that need to be answered, man.
Yeah.
Need to be answered. Like I
that's what
said,
people need.
early.
They
You got to
need
do
to
this
start
early because y'all don't
thinking.
stop. You got to do it all year round. They not
start
just
thinking
starting
more
this in
source.
June. They doing it all year round.
And you got to remember, a lot of young people that we've raised up in the community, they're celebrities now, football players, basketball players. You know, we watch the shows on television. You know, we raised those people in our neighborhoods, you know, when they were little small children. And they grow up now, they have all this power and position and money in the community, but they doesn't see us anymore. It's like,
That's why I'm start calling people out.
No, that'd be cool. But we got the same story. A lot of these people you see in these offices right now that's got the strength, they came on this show before they even had that.
right.
Several times. And we walked the streets with them. All of the events in same response.
To come on this show.
Interesting.
Several times. We need y'all to pull up over there, pull over there. So we understand, you know. So we gonna join forces. We gonna make something happen. This right here,
wonderful.
it gonna get some funding next year.
Praise be to God.
Praise the Lord. So before y'all go, right? You gave your links to?
As far as
You got social media link, African American. Even they might want to get at you on another type of way.
on social media,
Yeah.
I also do real estate, so y'all can catch me at Realtor Book on
Yeah.
Instagram or everywhere else. It's
Right.
Realtor Book.
I just want to get the last words for the Commander in Chief before we close it out.
I'll let her go before him. He gonna close it.
Just African American Day Parade on everything.
There you
Just
go.
follow that page.
I used to since some last words to these people before
Well,
we
I
have
just
to
want
pray.
you to know, stay on the ground. Stay with your people. Take care of your people. Love your mothers and your fathers. Protect them. Be there for them when they need us the most. Those that if people say is out of their mind, they're not out of their mind. The problem is that they don't feel that they're being loved in the community. And we love you. And we want you to know that we give everything we have to make sure this parade continue to function. And all you need to do is come out, be with us, and just have a good smile on your face, if nothing else. And we're going to do our best to give you the best we can every year from now on for the African American Day Parade. And thank you for allowing us to be on your show, brothers.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
we
you.
really
You're
appreciate
more than welcome. Anytime, brother. Anytime. It's an honor, like I told you, to have y'all on the show. But before we go, can you tell them what's the #1 show in Harlem?
The Beat 139.
There it is.
The Beat 139. Harlem's #1 podcast. Featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash.